This is an open questionnaire just a few days out before the presidency of the 2012 United States presidential election with Barack Obama.
Mr. President, we're ready now. Yes, sir. Thank you for coming today. We appreciate your acknowledgments and your speeches to the American public. Our first question is from Jeff Darson, who is from Minnesota. I'm not sure exactly what town. Jeff?
Yeah. I was just wondering what your thoughts were on Mr. Nixon's involvement in Watergate and how you, Mr. Obama, are trying to raise the price of water and take the gates away from the military.
Jeff, hello, Jeff. Jeff, let me tell you about a little girl I met out in eastern Kansas. She had recently lost her job. She lost her house in a natural disaster, a tornado. But she found herself walking on a golden brick road. America, as we move forward, I see that golden brick road. When I was in Chicago, we had a saying: don't wander down the yellow brick road alone. So I'm here to hold your hand. And as Dorothy, the Tin Man, the Cowardly Lion, and the other bozos.
Mr. President, thank you very much for answering that question. Our next question is from Marls Karhindry. She's from Texas. Marls?
Yeah. I just want to know what you have to say about Iran and their nuclear policies.
When I go to Detroit, I see the workers in the factories making Chryslers, nuclear bombs. But that being said, we have Chryslers.
Okay, Mr. President, thank you for answering that question. Our next question is from Roy Henselman. He is from Scotland, and he just had a few questions about foreign policy and your economic purposes in this country.
Hello, Mr. President. I just had a few questions about how to raise oxen in my place and sell them in an economy where you got nothing on this shite. That's all I'm really trying to ask is, what is your economic policy here, foreign, domestically, and imported?
It's a good question. Real good question. I love Scotland. Michelle and I took a vacation to Scotland. Had some haggis. It was very delicious. Enjoyed some scotch. And had a very nice time in a very local pub. I asked people and I said, what do y'all think about America? You Scotland Yard, you like America?
I do.
I'm glad you do. Because we're going to offer benefits for you, tax option benefits, for you to come over to America.
But Mr. President, how are you going to offer me tax and qualities on the oxen?
Well, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the oxen and we're going to subsidize them. We're going to cut from the rear around through the rumpus. From there, we'll take out the intestines. We'll share that with Ireland. And then with England, we'll give the horns to of the bull. We'll give the leather skins to the Turkish. So we'll be able to communicate a very calm, smooth transition in this economy moving forward. I believe with your oxen, we'll be able to do 2 times, maybe 3 times what we estimated to do. So, as you can see, in South Chicago, we had a business plan. Mr. Romney is a businessman. But we had a business plan in Chicago. It goes, I drink your milkshake. You understand? I drink your milkshake. Do you understand now? Okay. So, Mr. Romney, you make a lot of money? I drink your milkshake. You understand? That's what goes on here.
Thank you, Mr. President. Let's get back to the point at hand.
I drink your milkshake.
We have one more question from, actually, coincidentally, a man who works at a milkshake shop in Wisconsin, Ohio.
I drink your milkshake.
Sir, what's the question?
Yes. I'm just a little curious as to what a milkshake has anything to do with the election of you and the presidency, sir.
It's a good question. I met an old lady out in mountains of Tennessee 2 weekends ago on my campaign tour. And this little old lady told me, Mr. President, what's going to happen with my Social Security and my grandchild's Social Security? I told that old lady, you don't worry. We're shipping 500,000 Chryslers and 200,000 jobs to Iran by next year. Next question. Thank you, sir.
See, Mr. President, we're out of time.
I drink your milkshake.
Thank you
I drink your milkshake.
Thank you for coming here to sell cars,
Thank you.
and we hope you have a pleasant evening.
American people, if you do decide to vote for me again, American people, I promise a couple things. I promise better schools. I promise a better way of life for America. But one thing I do promise, I promise the American people, and I promise Mr. Romney, I drank your milkshake.